In the 1890s, in the foggy, cold streets of East London, lived a 13-year-old boy named Thomas Koo. He worked as a delivery boy for a small grocery shop, but his family was very poor. During the Victorian winters, the streets were dark, and people were often lonely and cold. Thomas noticed a waste problem at the match factories, broken matchstick splints. In those days, millions of matches were made by hand. Any stick that was too short, slightly curved, or didn't have a head was swept onto the floor and thrown out in giant bins. They were considered worthless slivers of wood. Thomas also noticed a community problem: the empty windows. While the rich houses had big, decorated trees and expensive porcelain houses in their windows, the poor families had nothing but cold glass. Thomas wanted to give the neighborhood children something magical to look at, but he had no money for toys. Thomas realized that matchstick wood, usually pine or aspen, is very soft and easy to glue together if you have patience. He asked the factory sweepers for the waste bins of broken sticks. Thomas spent his nights by a small candle. He used a mixture of flour and water to make a simple paste. He began to build using thousands of tiny sticks. He constructed miniature Victorian cottages, churches with steeples, and even tiny sleds. He called his creations palaceus, G-force-foru, matchstick palaces. On the week of Christmas, Thomas went to the dark, gloomy windows of the local hospital and the elderly neighbors' cottages. He placed his palaces on the windowsills and put a single tiny candle behind them. The effect was breathtaking. The light shone through the tiny wooden windows of his models, making them look like real, glowing homes filled with warmth. People started walking from all over London just to see Thomas's glowing village. The grocery shop owner was so impressed that he let Thomas display them in the shop window, which brought in hundreds of customers. Thomas turned factory floor trash into a symbol of a cozy home. He proved that even the smallest broken piece of wood can build a palace if you have the vision to put it in the right place.